What's up, everybody? Jordan Stewart here from Vover. Thanks so much for tapping into the Vover original show. Just a reminder that if you want to drop your opinions about the episode or respond to the host and guests with your voice, go and download the Vover app wherever you get your apps. Vover, voice over everything. Enjoyed the show.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Vover NFL Show. It's your host, Drew, from Cover 32. And at the time of recording, it is August 5th, and it is the first day of the preseason. I'm super excited. We know you guys are too. The NFL is here. We don't have to talk about not having football to watch for another 27 weeks, so all the way until February. So that's a great thing to hear. I'm sure nobody is mad about that unless you hate football. And if you hate football, you wouldn't be listening to this now. So we're super excited. Got some news today out of the Eagles camp that they are in trade talks right now with the Houston Texans for Deshaun Watson. And we know that Deshaun Watson, we've been talking about him a couple of times on the show this summer. Got the allegations going on. No criminal charges right now. He's not suspended by the league. So kind of a cloudy situation going on with Deshaun Watson. But the Eagles are in play for him. This deal does have legs now. So if the Eagles were to, first of all, what the offer would be, they're going to have to give up a lot of first-round picks if they have them. They're going to have to give up Jalen Hurts and probably a couple other players for a player like Deshaun Watson. If, hypothetically, this trade happens, my take here is what would this mean for the NFL and in particular for the Eagles in the NFC East? The team that the Eagles have right now, if you take out Jalen Hurts and insert Deshaun Watson, I believe they have a chance to win the NFC East. Now, that's very loaded because even if this did happen, I don't know if he would be able to play this season. But let's just say he did. If he got inserted into the starting lineup this season as the Eagles QB1, I think the Eagles would have a chance of beating Dallas and winning the NFC East. Or beating Washington, New York, whoever you think is going to win the NFC East. I think it's going to be Dallas. But Deshaun Watson puts the Eagles in an extremely good position. If you take both of those teams at face value, Deshaun Watson on the Texans or Deshaun Watson on the Eagles have a much better roster than the Texans. They're young. They have a lot of young talent. Running back Miles Sanders going into his third season. Devontae Smith, who they just drafted in the first round. All-world receiver coming out of college, won the Heisman. Jalen Reagor in his second season could improve. If you give them a quarterback like Deshaun Watson, the sky's the limit. Now, of course, they have to have some improvements on defense, revamp their O-line a little bit. They have in recent seasons had one of the best O-lines in the league, but just like every other team's O-line, you got to start filtering in new guys. The O-line you get beat up on, so you can't really keep that same core O-line for too long. So they have some retooling to do, but I think Deshaun Watson keeps them competitive the whole entire season. When he's on the field, he's a top 10 talent in the league. I personally would even say top 6 maybe. He has rushing ability. He definitely has an arm. He's got IQ. He's only 25 years old. If the Eagles now making the play for him itself is risky with what's going on with him, with the allegations against him. You don't really know what the NFL is going to do. You don't know what other news is going to come out. At this point, he hasn't really been involved with football activities because he's dealing with all these allegations. So it would be a risk. You might end up having to, have him sit a season or whatever the case may be. And then that's really going to tank your season at that point. But if you're playing the long game and thinking, okay, well, I'm going to have Deshaun Watson at 26 years old being the quarterback of my team, I'll take it. And I'm a Cowboys fan, so I really don't want to see this happen. I want no parts of Deshaun Watson in the NFC East. But it would be great for the Eagles. And I think, it's not so much as the NBA when it comes to attracting free agents and doing stuff like that, but Deshaun Watson is talented enough that he's going to be able to build Devontae Smith. He's going to be able to build with Miles Sanders, Kenneth Gainwell. The two running backs could end up being a two-headed monster this season. with Dallas Goedert, who's another young tight end that they have. Their offense could be really good with Deshaun Watson. And I'm not saying that they couldn't be good with Jalen Hurts. Just at this, Deshaun Watson's better than Jalen Hurts. To put it plain and simple. So yeah, I think they would be a really good team. Of course, like I said, their defense would have to improve, but Deshaun Watson does change the landscape of the NFC East drastically if this deal gets done. So no actual numbers, no draft picks, nothing yet. But it's been confirmed by a couple of reporters that they are indeed having serious conversations about this trade. So we'll see where that goes. I think that really, swings the scales, or tips the scales, I should say, when it comes to balance in the NFC East and possibly in the NFC for years to come, depending on how the Eagles do in their future draft picks, with free agency, with a lot of how they build that roster around Deshaun Watson. So we'll see. But definitely intriguing. No other teams have really stepped up as when it comes to serious trade talks with him yet. So Eagles look like the front runners to land him if they do make that trade. So that's all for today, guys. Enjoy the game tonight, the Hall of Fame game, Steelers and Cowboys. We'll be on next week for another episode of Vover NFL Show. This is Drew from Cover 32, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Vover.